right. We're good. Okay. Well, my name is Harold Cox, and I am from Gulfport, Mississippi. Um. Well, growing up in Mississippi was I had a great time. I enjoyed my neighborhood. I had friends. Of course, being gay. Now, being black in Mississippi, in South Mississippi, Gulfport, I don't know what people are talking about. I didn't see the KKK. I didn't see no racism. I didn't see none of that. We didn't deal with all that. But I did get bullied sometimes about being a homosexual. But I'm gonna tell you the thing I had to do though. I had to show them who I was. And I had to show them who I was from an early age. So any gay kids watching this TV show or listening to this podcast, sometimes you gotta put hands and feet on people. Okay? I'm not promoting violence, but I don't want you to have the violence upon you.
Amen.
Okay? So, okay, you's a boy, he's a boy. You may be scared. I was scared. I swung. So after that happened, people knew, oh, don't mess with Harold Cox. Okay? Hey, he will go on you.
He'll put hands on you.
Oh yeah, hands and feet, baby. Shoulders, knees, and toes, baby. We finna get with it. But yeah, I always had like friends. Nobody really too much bothered me. I did have one huge fight in high school.
Who was it with?
It was this big old country ass white boy, big ass booger. So I was sitting over with my friends at the lunch table, right? And we just over there just talking. It was like a couple of white girls and maybe 2-3 black girls. Anyway, we just talking. So I feel like French fries being thrown at me. And I'm like, the hell, French fry? I'm throwing something. So I turn around and this big motherfucker back here, it's him back over here doing the throwing. And I'm like, oh, he was like, have a fry, faggot. I'm like, okay, so your big country ass want it. So instead of me throwing a fry back, I took my whole tray and I flung the tray at him. So the fries go everywhere. So he had like 2 little minions because he was actually a male cheerleader, but a big male cheerleader. So his little minion's like, oh, you done fucked up now, bro. You done fucked up now. And I'm like, boy, shut the fuck up. So he get his big country ass up, and he was like, you fucking faggot. And he pushes me. So as soon as he pushes me, I start swinging. So I'm wearing that ass out, dead in the face. And he had braces, so his lips started to bleed, right? Child.
Did you ever have braces? Because I know that feeling too well.
Uh-uh.
Your lip gets stuck. Mm-mm. Lord Jesus.
I wanted braces, but my mama said, ain't nothing wrong with your teeth. You ain't forget no damn braces. I also wanted an arm cast, too.
Huh.
Because I wanted people to sign it. But anyhow, this motherfucker come through and, like, pushes me all through these punches that I'm giving, right? Picks me up because I was a tiny little something. I was about 145 pounds. That boy slung me on that damn lunchroom table, and I hit my head on the side of the lunchroom table, and I had a big old gash in the back of my head, but I didn't know that at the time. I didn't know that. It was the adrenaline going. So I'm like, damn, I got to get back up. You know what I'm saying? So that's where everybody had their book bags. So I'm going to pick up the book bag because, see, while I'm like, damn, they knocked out a little bit, he hit me. He get me. And I'm like, God damn, the big motherfucker get me. So I'm like, I got to get something. So I pick up somebody's book. And I'm like, I'm here to hit you. And everybody's like, how? And I'm like, what the fuck y'all yelling at me for? Blood pouring down the back of my head. I was so mad. Because, by that time, you done lost the fight.
Right.
You got a big ass pussy in the back of your head. It's time for you to call it quits, baby. Put these books down, walk up out of this lunchroom, okay, and call your mama. Because you got to get stitched up. So, yeah, that happened. But
did y'all become friends after that?
Hell no. We had to go to court. We had to go to court after that. But
court?
Yeah, girl. It was a big old fight. The teachers was like, oh, we're so sorry that this happened to you. And I'm like, yeah. They was like, you're not crying. I'm like, what I'm crying for? Yeah, we were just in that fight.
Like, does his face look like I was crying?
Right. Like, he knew I was been there. He ain't gonna come back no more. I saw his ass years later working at Best Buy. I ain't giving him the commission, no. Get your ass away from here. I'm finna go buy this big ass TV too. You better get your ass away from him. I don't know that white boy name. But yeah, so that was Bubba, yeah. Okay. Big burly ass. But that's the only thing that I actually dealt with as far as like harassment. I don't want to say that was racial just because he was white, because clearly he was calling me a faggot instead of the N-word. But
Did you have any other fights?
oh yeah, I had about 2 or 3 fights a year. Yeah, because it was somebody else would try to, because I was like popular. So what would happen was it would be a new kid that would come into school, and he thinking that, oh, I'm gonna fight the gay guy, and it's gonna give him a little clout. And I'm like, you don't want to do this, sir, please.
But why? I never understood that. Why fighting the gay kid gonna give you clout?
Because you
Like,
think that
how?
you think that this gay kid, because just because I done came in with my poom poom shorts, baby. Okay, I got my shorts on rolled up. Okay, I got my Air Max on. I got my little ball on the back of my sock, girl. I was giving them pure hell. So you want to come? You go, oh, baby.
We need to see pictures, by the way.
Ah, yes, pictures. We have pictures. Like, you ain't finna do me, because I'm scary. Let me tell you something. You don't fight scary people. Okay? Don't fight somebody scary, because they gonna do whatever they got to do to get out of that
That's
fear.
period. That's period.
Okay? You don't play with nobody who's scareful. No. Because you ain't finna trap me. And you ain't finna embarrass me. Oh, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Oh, you tried to come for the shorts. Why is you looking? Why is you looking at my legs? Oh, it's on now.
Interesting.
Let me prepare myself. Let me size you up. Let me see where your weak spot at, because I know, okay, you like to walk on the side of your feet, so I know if I move real quick, you gonna fall, because you ain't, you know what I'm saying? So, I know right where I need to get your big ass. Yeah, I fought girls, too. Everybody got it. You hit me first, I'm hitting you back. I don't give it. She a girl, Ann.
Did she hit me?
Baby, her ovaries dropped, and they became balls as soon as she hit me. We on both playing fields, baby. Your clitoris turned into a penis. I'm gonna beat your ass, okay? And you want to scratch and all that, girl? I'm about to snatch a patch of hair out the back of your head. I'm gonna ragmuffin you.
Okay, so you fight all the time, or just like a couple times?
It would just be a couple of times. It would be like in like mid-year. It would be like the top of the year. Then let's not forget about the bus. Okay, because you're going to fight on the bus, too. Somebody going to come for you on the bus. They going to do something or throw something. You had the older kids that were in the back. I only have one story when I fought this kid, and it was not warranted. I was the antagonizer.
Uh-oh.
And, I mean, I had to beat him up. I had to, because he was going to get the best of me. Because I really didn't want to, and I was trying to show out for them bad kids that sat in the back seat. But that was about it. I ain't gonna say his name. But yeah, that's the only fight that I ever felt bad for. And that one time I put my book bag over that girl's face and she was screaming. She tried it.
Like suffocating?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, baby. We do not play over here. We will fight you, okay? There is no fair way in a fight.
You suffocated somebody?
Hell yeah. I want that bitch not to never, ever try me again.
Show me. How'd it look?
It's all right there. I bet you won't do that shit no more. Put your damn fingernails in the back of my damn neck. Girl, you done pulled a scar on me. I got to go home and tell my mama about this. Who scratched you on the back of your neck, baby? Don't worry about it. We got them. Mom, we got them. Don't worry about that. She'll never do that again. I choked out, smothered the shit out of her ass with her own book bag.
Lord Jesus.
Play with it. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so positive sides, not fighting, but did you have a lot of friends?
Had a lot of friends. It was a lot of parties. Cause see, honestly, I didn't think that I was popular until I was, or normal. I'm gonna say normal because I don't want to say popular, but I didn't think I was like having a normal high school experience until I was in the 11th grade. My best friend at the time was Rebecca Gonzalez. Hi, Becky, if you're watching. And all-time long cousin Tootie, okay? Tootie has never not been around. Tootie has been around for all of this. Tootie has been around for every fight. She know what I'm talking about. But, so we planned to throw this party, right? We were going to throw this big-ass party. And I think it was in 11th grade going into 12th grade. Something like that. The summer was starting off. And we got kegs. We got Sky Blue, if y'all remember. Throwback to the Sky Blue.
Shout out Sky.
And Smirnoffs. A shit ton of them. And we got chicken wings, bread. I climbed my mama's pot. She had a big old popcorn tree in the backyard. Climbed the popcorn tree, put like
Did
Christmas.
you say popcorn?
Yeah, it's a popcorn tree.
We're gonna get back to that. You
Okay,
finish.
it's a southern thing. We call it because when they pop, it look like popcorn.
I know exactly what kind of. Okay, I know what type of tree.
Try,
you're talking about.
yeah. So I climbed in the popcorn tree and put up all of these Christmas tree lights, and we waited. And we thought nobody was. Honestly, I thought nobody was gonna show up because it's like the gay guy house. You know what I'm saying? Child, when I say everybody showed up, and we had the best fucking time, like. It was like football players there, basketball players, popular girls, popular guys, unpopular people, but we did have to kick some people out.
Uh-oh.
Because, they were getting unruly.
Well, who got kicked out? Can you name names?
I think that boy did. Yeah, I think that, yeah.
It's loud.
No funny about that, but yeah. I think the Lord called that boy home because he was
The
doing
one you kicked out?
Yeah, because he was doing too much in them streets anyway. So the Lord, you live fast, you burn up.
That's it.
Yeah, sometimes you got to move in slow.
Was that like a shooting star? Or what do you call it?
No, he was just a shooter. He liked to shoot. Okay, and steal. I'm not gonna get drunk and have people who I know like to steal. So this is what I would do.
Not your mouth.
So what we would do is we would take all the breakables and put them in the back bedrooms. So we didn't have to worry about anything being broken. But my cousin Jabbar did swing on my mama's chandelier.
What?
Yes. It was one of those nights. And he wasn't even no drink at the time. He was just excited. Teenagers.
What's that movie? Like Can't Hardly Wait? Like that kind of vibe.
It was like a frat party. Like, people were screwing around in my bedroom, drinking, smoking weed, ecstasy. Oh my God, it was fabulous, And my neighbors never told my mama. The only time my Miss Gladys from across the street, only time Miss Gladys told my mama something was going on at the house is when I had a handful of people at the house and we ordered pizzas. And I'm like, Miss Gladys, what about last weekend? You remember last weekend when it was 1,500 teenagers running around, drinking, cussing?
Pizza.
Right, but no, the pizza. Not the pizza. So my mama never found out about those parties. The only reason she found out, she knew something wasn't right because when she came home, the house was extremely clean. And she was like, why is my house so clean? Like, it's really clean. And why you got so much white bread in here? Well, I just had a few people over, a few slices of ham, pecan pie, just a little gathering. But then moving on from high school, did I have any boyfriends?
Yeah, did ya?
I had some friends. I had some gentlemen callers. I had people that were interested in me, obviously. But they wasn't like homosexuals. That was the fucking real me. That's my downfall. My downfall is a trade. Baby, when I say I love me a trade nigga, and when I say a trade nigga, that don't mean that all black. It'd be white, black, Puerto Rican, or Haitian, baby. I like all colors. But, so that's what I was dealing with. I was dealing with this one guy, and we talked, and we're friends, and everybody knew that we were friends. Oh my God, I know so many people in Gulfport gonna be like, I know who he talking about. But this is my story, and I'm here to tell it. But I'm not using names. But yeah, we were friends and blah, blah, blah. And then one day we decided to, and we did consummate the friendship, take it to the next level. Oh my God, that was the worst experience in my life. And I was like, do I really want to do this?
Wait, the sexual experience?
Yes, it was horrible. No, I was like, oh my God. And afterwards, I was like, my virginity's gone and it's never going to come back. Yeah, next week, 1 week later, wanted to do it again. I wanted to do it again. And, yeah. So, shout out to him.
Shout out.
Okay. And, yeah, but there was like other guys. But like I said, I have never been in a relationship. I've had friends who turned into something else. And most of the times it wasn't physical. Like, It would be like an emotional attachment, and it would be like this crazy emotional ride. And all my friends would get pissed off at me because they got tired of hearing about the nigga. Like, you ain't even fucking him. Why are you talking about him so much? I'm like, I love him. I love him. But yeah.
Okay, so growing up, did you have like other gay friends?
No, it would have been bad for the brand. You know,
What's
because
the brand?
you had to market yourself, and you know, like as a high schooler, I intentionally did not, because the gay people that I saw were like they was just sad. You know what I'm saying? Like, not saying that everybody around that time was sad, but it was like they only did gay shit. You know, like they didn't want to go to the games. When they did show up, they were loud, they were annoying, they was attention seeking. I'm just trying to flow in because I got a new outfit from McRae's, baby. I got me the new fit from Dillard's. Okay, you ain't finna, no. I'm not fixing to blow the spot up. The spot is gonna be blown up because I showed up in my mind. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But they around here, yes, girl, blah blah blah. Why is your shirt up? You ain't got no belly shirt. Why is you doing this? Why you showing you? One kid, he wore blue contacts, had a S curl, wore a lot of lip gloss, and wore a thong that you could see. And I said, I don't want that. I don't want no parts of that.
That's not my expression.
That's not, don't I can't be lumped in with that. Not saying that I felt like I was better, but I heard what people were saying about him. And I ain't want nobody to say that about me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
you got to the root.
The root of it, you know, like you had to brand yourself, and if you aligned yourself with Kitten Hill over here, you know, that ain't gonna be no good look. Ain't nobody gonna invite you to their parties. You know what I'm saying? Because now they thinking, oh, Kitten Hill for to come with them. I don't want people to think I'm associated with Boo Boo Kitty. I didn't even know that person's name. Okay? No. No. Because then you're going to get Trade ain't going to come around.
Oh, so see, the goal is to have Trade come around.
Right.
It's all that Trade ain't gonna
right.
come around.
The goal is to be assimilate into population, not to stand out like a peacock with, you know, all of this extra shit going on. It's already extra that your ass do.
Okay, so that was your philosophy.
Yeah, that was my philosophy in high school. You gotta like align, especially with the gay thing. You don't want to be around another gay person that's seeking attention, because it's not going to be the attention that you want. It's going to be unwanted attention.
All right. So like let's swap a little bit. So, your mother and your father. Tell us a little bit about them.
Okay. Well, my mother and father had a very illicit affair. I'm the product of an extramarital affair. Never felt like it. Didn't know it until I was like maybe 5 or 6. You know, folks are just talking. You know, you being nosy. But my mother and father met when she was like in her teen years, and he was like in his early 20s, and they messed around. She got married, had kids. He had kids, and you know, all that. But all the mixed, they were messing around at the same time. Well, the story that was told to me, I don't know if they was, you know, blowing smoke up me, but they were like, we planned on having you, and we both took Geritol so we could get pregnant and have you. And my mama said she wanted a girl so bad, and she would rub her stomach and say she wanted a girl. Now, my grandmama said, you made that boy gay because you kept rubbing that boy's stomach, and then look what you got. Look what you done had. So, mom and dad, like, they've always had a good relationship. I've never seen them both really argue in front of me. Father, always in my life, never not known him not to be in my life. He was like the kind of pops that would do extra shit during Christmas, like get on top of the roof to make you think that the reindeer landing, so you'll take your ass to bed.
Oh,
you know, that kind of shit, that extra shit. I got a whooping from him one time. And the only reason I got a whooping is because I had left my house key, and I had went to Miss Jana Brown's house that was next door to me. And when he got home from work, he couldn't find me. So he was freaking out. So eventually he found out that I was over there by Miss Brown's house, and he was like, oh, I'm going to have to whoop you. And so I'm thinking like, oh shit, I'm going to get a whooping as a little kid. And girl, Daddy got to whoop the baby because Daddy couldn't find the baby. And I'm sitting over here like, is this the whooping? I'm like, well, I better cry before it get worse. You know what I'm saying? Like, we wanted to stay like this. And that was the only time my daddy whooped me. And one time he did slap the remote out of my hand because me and my brother Jock was fighting about who wanted to watch something. He said, God damn it! And slapped the remote. That's it. But, you know, a man of few words, but very, very stern words.
Okay.
Hilarious person he is. Yeah. I kind of get that whole wanting to choke people from him. Because he, you know, like, one time a man owed him money in the groceries, and he ran into him at the grocery store because my father has his own lawn service. So he had kept cutting the guy's grass, and the guy kept on saying, oh, I'm going to get you, I'm going to get you, I'm going to get you. So I guess he had got to bill up too much. So my daddy sees the man in the grocery store. My daddy, you know, look at the man and be like, you know, what the deal is. The man gave him a look of like, hey, I ain't finna. My daddy done fought the man in the frozen food section at Walmart. They done had to call the police. They done had to come pick Harry up from the Walmart because he done jumped on the nigga at the Walmart. Cussing, tell my head, that nigga gonna look at me like, nigga, you owe me money.
He put his paws on.
Shit, hands and feet. Hands and feet, yeah, my mama, very, very, very attractive woman, always instilled in me, hey, you got two choices. You can't be gay and fat. You got to pick one, okay? You know, like, you just got to, you know, pick one. And I picked being small because I couldn't change being gay, but I didn't want to be a fat gay guy. I don't know why in my mind being a fat, like the fat gay guy, he's a funny fat gay kid. Ha ha ha. Like, no. He eats so much because he's sad.
So you're trying to be like fashionista? Or
yeah, but I didn't want to be like, well, see, it's this thing. Like, I didn't want to be this big punk. You know? People know what I'm talking about. You see that big punk, like he's trying to be so flamboyant, or he's trying to dress. But it's like, child, this ain't, Lane Bryant ain't gonna work on everybody. It's just not, you know what I'm saying?
What the hell?
Lane Bryant, I didn't want to be a Lane Bryant kind of girl. I didn't want to be that because I knew I was gonna start dressing, and I didn't want to dress in this stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't want to look like an overstuffed suitcase because that's what my auntie told me one time. Marianne, she was like, "Damn, nephew, you looking like an overstuffed suitcase."
Well, see, there it is.
Yeah, issues. Issues. I'm from the South. You can't be from the South and not have issues.
Okay, what do you like most about growing up down there?
People have real lives. They have real experiences. When I moved to New York, I saw that a lot of people, their experience was so jaded because they lived in the city and they only knew city life. See, I grew up like right outside of New Orleans, like 45 minutes to an hour outside of New Orleans. So if we wanted to have like the big city feel, we would drive over to New Orleans and, you know, we have family over there and all that kind of stuff. And I'm not saying New Orleans and New York are anywhere close, but New York feels like a huge New Orleans, basically. But you would have like friends, you could ride bicycles, you could go, it's a creek in the back. The country, you know, I grew up by the beach, going to the beach and having barbecues, like just fun kid stuff, fireworks on the beach, and it's not like crazy amounts of people like that because it's just your small community. Coney Island, I don't want to do that shit. It's too many folks out there. They got no. I like, you know, the holidays. I like to spend my holidays now. I would prefer to go home because it's small, it's fun, and it's not chaotic.
So that's what you liked about growing up out there?
Yeah, it was like the small town is like if you grow up in a small town, the values of growing in that small town will always stick with you. Especially if you didn't have one of those jaded, horrible experiences. Like I hear so many people talk about they had such a horrible experience because they grew up in a small town. And I'm like, damn, that's messed up for you. Because I loved it. You know, like they had to.
A lot of people feel isolated.
Yeah.
You basically didn't even feel like that.
No, like, you know, me and my friends would get on our bikes, ride bikes all day long. We done made a fort. Somebody done went and stole some cookies and some dip or something because we done made a little fort. So now we gotta have food for the fort. You know what I'm saying? Now we gotta do this. You know, we done had a rock fight. You know,
Rock fight.
yeah, throwing rocks and stuff at people, and you know, Halloween was fucking awesome. Now, mind you, Halloween was hot every year. You know, hot because I'm from the South. Like,
yeah, that makes sense.
It's warm,
especially on the Gulf.
Yeah. So you around here, you can't don't put no paint on your face. It's gone. Baby, you was sweating. It's sweating down. It's if I had kids, I would want to raise them at least partially in the South.
Okay. So now flip. Why New York? Why did you move here?
Okay, so as a little kid, I don't know if y'all know about this show called Sesame Street. Okay, I was obsessed.
No, we don't know what Sesame Street is. No one knows what that show is.
Really? Oh my God. It's been around for a minute. But I was obsessed with Sesame Street. And, you know, when you watch Sesame Street, those old shows back in the 80s, they would always show clips of these little kids, like inner city on the stoop, you know, with the waterfall, and they play a double dutch and all that kind of stuff. And then the set was set up like these brownstones. So when I figured out that New York was like where they were doing it, in Queens, where I'm living at now, I was like, that's where I want to go. Can somebody tell me how to get to Sesame Street? So I came to New York looking for Sesame Street. And I'm going to tell you this. I was living up here for about maybe a year, and I ran into one of the executive producers of Sesame Street.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes, we were, that's when we went to the karaoke bar. The one down in the village.
Okay, the Bo Home No Home.
Yeah.
The one we like to go to.
Yes. I think we ran into her. There.
Oh.
Because she was coming out of one of those back rooms. You know, they got the back room. That's where she was. Yeah. And I was like, oh my God, I have to take a picture.
You never told me this.
Oh my God. Yes, I was so excited. I sent a picture to my mom. I was like, oh my God, I found Sesame Street. Yeah. So, how I actually got here, I wasn't planning on moving here. I wasn't even thinking about, like, devising a plan to move here. So, my brother and my sister-in-law had gotten married, and she is half Puerto Rican, so her folks were up here in New York, and her, you know, her black side and white side. Well, Puerto Rican side, whatever. Light skin. So, so we come up here, they came up here to visit, and then they end up liking it. Well, they needed somebody to help drive the U-Haul back. And I was doing nothing at the time because the job I was working for, the casino I was working for went bankrupt or whatever. So I had like furlough money or whatever. So I had nothing to do, and I was supposed to come up for 2 weeks, and I ended up staying for 4 months. And then I came back because I needed to get a job. I could have got a job up here, but I had a car. And we had to do something with said car. And so I came back to Mississippi, got a job working at Bubba Gump's on the Gulf Coast, and I knew they had a Bubba Gump's in Times Square, and I could transfer the job. But yeah, we had the car, and I don't know how much legally I can tell you about what I did to the car, but yes, car, R.I.P.
No more.
Yeah, no more. So I come back to New York with my friend Lewis and Truett. I've been knowing Lewis since kindergarten, and him and his boyfriend at the time were moving to a fiance at the time. We're moving back to New York, and so I was like, okay, cool. So I moved up with them, and that was fine. We stayed with each other, and then I just kind of like bounced around. I started working at Bubba Gump's. I met people, met friends, got into like a little social groove, and just been hopping around ever since.
And do you still like living in New York?
Sometimes I hate it. But I think that's every person that lives in New York. You love it and you hate it at the same time. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, do I want to leave? But then what you gonna do? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you gonna do?
Right.
You know, it's New York. You gotta either gonna get into flow, or you're just gonna become like wayside. You know, like you're just gonna be like background noise. I don't want to be background noise in New York. I've been doing background noise shit for way too long. Let's just make some static. Yeah, so that's what we doing. You hear that? That's me.
All right. Well, any last little words about your life you want to add?
Uh,
Any life lessons?
life lessons. Act slowly. Don't act on reaction. Okay? Don't tell everybody your business, even if it's your good business. That ain't nobody business, okay? Don't tell no lies, because you're going to get caught up every time. Every time you tell one lie, you're going to have to tell another lie. They're going to tell another lie, tell another lie. Then folks going to be calling you Larisha. Okay? You don't want it to be a Larisha. Okay? You don't want it to be a Libasia. Because people ain't going to want to tell you nothing because you lie. Stop lying. I lie a little bit, but I lie because I be wanting to help, hurt. I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. Like, oh, do you like this outfit, girl? Yeah. I don't like that shit. That shit ugly. Oh, this is going on. Don't be a libation. And this is Harold Knows Something, allegedly.